Hello again. In this video we're going to look at these three test instruments that I have on the bench. First one is from Altronics, capacitance and inductance. This is the peak capacitance ESR and the peak semiconductor. And with these we can actually determine whether or not a item is okay or failed, and we'll do a few tests and you'll see how that happens. And it'll also give us a measurement of that item. Now there's chokes, there's capacitors, there's transistors, there's diodes, there's resistors. We're not going to mention resistors here in this video because all of you have probably already got a multimeter, and that multimeter already does what you want for resistance. So let's get set up and we'll get some things tested out. Okay, the first item we'll look at is the LC meter. What we've got sitting on here are some inductors. These are 4.7 microhenry, and we'll prove through this meter that they are that. Now the first thing we need to do is we turn it on to the inductance setting. It'll do a calibration, and it's not really happy because it needs to be reading something. The first thing I'll do is I will short the two output terminals, which I'm doing right now, and push the calibrate button. Do a calibration. I expect that to go to better than that. Let's try that again. Okay, we've got the leads shorted together. We've hit the calibrate button. As you can see, we've got 0 basically on our display. What we're going to do now is I'll just pause for a second while I put the inductor in line, and we'll see what it reads. Sorry about the jerky recording here, but I've only got two hands. Okay, so we're connected across the inductor, and if we come and have a look, it's telling us 4.7 microhenries plus or minus, and that's exactly what we would expect to see. It's a brand new inductor and it hasn't been used anywhere before. Okay, let's try a different size. Now I do have a range of inductors, and what we're looking at here is across the range, and we'll choose the 1 millihenry, which I've already got sitting on the clips, and we have a look. 906, and so yeah, just a little shy of 1 millihenry. And that's all we're going to do with inductors. Now let's have a look at some capacitors. Okay, 220 nanofarads. We are switched to capacitance mode, and it's very close. Let's just take a pause while we switch over to a different capacitor, and we're going to be going for, let's see, 180 picofarads. Okay, it's tiny, it's on there, and that was no mean feat. And 164.4, when in fact it's labelled as, where are we? Yep, down we go to the right place, 180 picofarad. So yeah, slightly out, but not helped by the length of the leads, and so that's certainly going to have an issue. Alright, we'll move from here on to electrolytics, so let's just get set up for that. Alright, the first one we've put in is a 47 microfarad at 50 volts, and if we look at our capacitance and ESR tester, 46.3 mic, ESR of 0.32 ohms, so that's a good capacitor, and we'd expect to see it in that sort of range. Let's try another one. We'll just turn this off and go grab another capacitor. Alright, 1000 mics, 50 volts to the meter. Let's just turn it on. And close enough. And I'm only going to do those two electrolytics. You get the same results no matter what I throw in there. So let's move on to semiconductors. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Right, first transistor, the NPN2N2222. It is wired up. And we turn on the analyzer. Recognises NPN. That tells us the base collector and emitter and which wire colour. So you can follow those if you can't read from the standard case. Current gain, test current, base emitter voltage, and 0.7, so you know it's a silicon. Test current, leakage current, and back to what the device is. Alright, let's go for a PNP. $3906, and as before, it's connected. We analyze PNP. Colours of the wires going to the components, current gain, test current, base emitter again showing silicon, and that's enough for the transistors. Okay, there's a few diodes here. I'm not going to go through all of them. We've picked the 1N4001. It's mounted, as you can see, and we will turn on the analyzer. And yeah, it knows. There you go. Full voltage, test current. And that's all it really shows you about the diodes. We do have a few different diodes here, but there's not a lot of point in going through them, LEDs, because they're all going to show the same thing. So we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this content. Thank you.